No worries, Victor.
Oh.
It's first ban from Viego. That's something we did expect to see in our drafts. Yours came through on the second rotation, and the Annie ban as well. You see, seems like these teams have done their prep by watching our stream.
Or they have been watching us, yeah.
If they run back the draft,
a kill ban. Ooh.
A KO ban. That's
So maybe to counter the Dashingo top lane carry.
Yeah, they seem to have reached perhaps a similar conclusion I have, or at least Kayle in the mid. You can put Foxey on Kayle, and it's a somewhat safe champion, and they can just scale up. Xin ban, really like to see that. We'll see if a Lulu ban comes through, because if not, I'd like to see that picked up first rotation by either LockIn or Dirty Dancers.
I mean, it's good to keep open, yeah. Maybe I should have kept it open instead of banning it away, because I have first pick.
No, it's fine. It's a good strategy to ban it away. Even first picking it can be somewhat risky. I'll talk about more later. There's some things you can do against it. It just seems... Yeah, it seems
they lose a ban this time, yeah, so that's why they didn't choose. Or they didn't ban anything.
Because of their substitute mid laner. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah, it took me a while as well.
It's fine. Honestly, that's still two strong bans though coming from Lulu goes unbanned. We have to see if Dirty Dancers are going to want to ban that themselves, or maybe they're willing to trade some power picks around. Maybe they think LockIn are unwilling to first pick the Lulu. They're banning the Yuumi instead. Sorry, I've got an actual in real life cat standing in front of my screen right now.
Ganked by Yuumi IRL.
Yeah, ganked by Yuumi IRL.
And it is the Yuumi ban.
It is banned. The first pick Lulu, this is what we were talking about. It's been really strong, really high presence. I'm so glad because I can use this to talk later after the game. But no, yeah, really high presence. I think it's a really strong first pick from LockIn. Especially considering their players can move around so much and play so many different positions. Maybe you'll even sit mid. And coming in on the other side, there's the Caitlyn pick. How do you feel about that matchup?
Okay, so first of all, is it going to be Caitlyn mid lane or Caitlyn bot?
I think it's more likely. Sorry, you go.
Because I think Lethality Caitlyn has been really coming up these late few patches. Because Saber has been playing it, and a lot of other people. Yeah, like full Lethality Caitlyn. And they played NS AD carry, NS
you have to think
mid lane, I think.
Leona coming through. That's a really strong lane trying to shut down the Lulu early. And I highly respect that. I think that's a really one of the ways you can take it as. You just pile drive onto that lane so hard they have no priority. You use your jungle. You're a very strong jungler inside Dirty Dancers to go and get leads there, and you make the Lulu irrelevant by making everyone around her just too weak.
Kai'sa, ooh.
Kai'sa.
That is, I don't like that. It is way too short range against Caitlyn and Leona. Then again, you do have the Lulu for a little speed up, but
it's short range versus the Caitlyn. You're just gonna get bullied out of lane, and you got the Leona, who when you dive on top of Leona, she's obviously gonna be able to stun you really easily. I do like the Camile pick though. I really like Camile. I think Camile's a great champion, especially in a 5v5 setting. I feel like it does need a little support to work early, or it might just be played weak side top, trying to absorb some of the pressure.
It ults Caitlyn, creates weak, and Nasus! Oh my god!
Oh, well, I was talking about maybe putting Dashingo on the carry, and what's a better weak side carry than Nasus? Maybe you just right-click minions, get those stacks.
What about Nasus jungle, though? Have you thought about that?
Nasus jungle?
I mean, the stacks have been buffed for jungle camps, right?
I would prefer not to see it. But that's just, I have a bit of a bias against Nasus jungles. I have never seen one perform well enough to make it.
Fair enough.
I do like the Galio ban though. Galio Camile, obviously a very strong combo. You can just guarantee a kill on the top lane. And if you're playing Nasus top, if you're not playing him jungle, then that's something they really want to like avoid, right? You want to avoid him getting shut down at level 6 over and over again. So I respect the Galio ban. The Ahri ban, I'm not too sure about that.
I think Foxey plays Ahri.
Foxey does. Oh yes, Foxey does play Ahri. But I think he's still got plenty of picks he can play that are non-Ahri. That maybe, I don't know, trying to pinch his pool a bit. Play something mobile. That's fair enough.
I mean, it's the Silas ban coming in as well.
The Silas ban. It's the draft. We can see we did have a little bit of foresight. The Warwick ban. They're not banning out.
Rammus is open.
Ban the Angelsarcher's Rammus, which is his prestige pick. I think Rammus is really strong into Kai'sa Camile as well, right? Because
you just taunt him.
How do you kind of Rammus when you're diving on top of him, you know?
But he just gets polymorphed and his Q is gone basically. Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah, I think I'm normally not a huge fan of the Rammus, but I think it makes sense in this draft, especially the Leona. You can just
Camille can destroy the Rammus though with her true damage Q proc with Divine Syndra.
Yeah,
but if the Rammus taunts her correctly and that window is gone, it's nice.
Yeah, it's just somewhat impossible. I feel. I think Dashingo are really coming out on top in this draft. Obviously, Caitlyn has a bit of a mid-game power drop, but maybe
if you stomp the bot lane hard enough, there's no mid lane. Mid game.
That is true. That is very true. We start the Nasus for insurance.
Volibear,
is that a Volibear jungle into the Rammus?
Probably.
I feel like a lot of Volibear's strength comes from the fact that he has such massive sustain on his W, right? That's where a lot of his strength comes from. But doesn't Rammus naturally get heal cut in his kit with his defense curl? It works like normal. It gives grievous wounds.
I would have to look it up. I'm not sure.
I'm fairly certain it does, and that means the dueling power of this Volibear versus this Rammus earlier is going to be significantly lower, in my opinion. I'm really not sure about this draft. I do like the Syndra pick though, because Syndra is always a fun champ, and you do need some more AP to round out this comp. They've got a lot of mixed damage, I guess, with the Kai'sa and the Volibear, but Syndra's a good pick here. It's very blindable. It's hard to be abused. I do want to see what the Foxey is going to pick up for Dirty Dancers here into the counter pick. And welcome back, everyone. We're into the game right away. Action, live, getting into the start of it, and it looks like perhaps Dirty Dancers might look for a little bit of an invade here. Though they might just be doing a standard defense here.
Do you think they know Geilusen is in there?
Spectre, right? They don't know he's on there. And you haven't seen the last from the map, so I don't quite know what Nasus is doing. Maybe looking for the defender against an invade topside. So.
Yeah,
I guess that is Volibear. You can look on the Volibear to invade level 1 or level 2 on the enemy buff, especially when you've got such strong dueling potential against something like a Rammus, who does not have that same dueling. Anything interesting to note about items or runes? The Omnistone. That's interesting to note.
I like that.
I hate it. I think you should go Grasp here. Against the Nasus, first of all.
Definitely. You need
into a melee matchup. Actually, I respect it. I don't like it, but like I can respect it.
Lulu went for Guardian instead of Summonary, which is like the more tankier one.
Yeah,
gives a bigger shield, but not as many shields.
Yeah, when you get engaged on by Kate and Leona, that little extra shield can save your life. Already strong trade coming in for the Hail of Blades at level 1 on the Omnistone. That's the power of that keystone. It just gives you Hail of Blades. I think if it gave you Hail of Blades every single time, it might be the strongest keystone in the game.
But I think it can also give you Aftershock on Camile, and I don't know how good that is.
I like the idea of it. Sounds jungler pathing. It looks like Volibear's going to clear the bottom 2 camps and then move up towards the top side, not looking to clear out the Krugs, whereas Rammus is looking to do a full clear of his bot side. There might be a bit of a confrontation, so it's important to note who's getting prior in these lanes. But never mind, there's an engage or an attempted engage. It's not going to quite come through.
So yeah, they're just chilling right now, basically. They're really... Ooh, look at this. He's already level 2 in top lane and he's just whole zoning him from the wave as much as possible.
I think it's very important to note who has priority, right? So if we look at LockIn, they got priority in both top lane and mid lane. And they're gonna have the stronger dueling champion on the scuttle. If we see Angelsarcher...
Oh, all in a bot!
Wait, there's all in bot! There's a kill! Oh my god, the kill goes over. That's just the power of the 2v2, baby. That's the Leona Caitlyn.
But she was up very far there.
Yeah.
Did you see where... She didn't even... Wait, Lulu already flashed before.
Lulu already flashed before.
Oh, I think we missed an invade.
I think... We didn't miss... I think we missed a... fat finger, perhaps. Because I don't think we missed an invade because everyone's healthless.
That could have been it, yeah. Oh, but a mid lane gank from Fakedog.
A level 3 gank from Fakedog. This guy, I didn't have too much of him on my notes, but he's really performing well. Forcing the flash out from the Taliyah in the mid. She's gonna have to teleport back maybe though. That's really not what you want to see for the replacement mid laner for Dirty Dancers. Really abusing the Nasus pick. I said you want to see Dashingo on something carry-wise, something proactive, and the Nasus is not it.
I mean, I think he's freezing in front of his turret.
Yeah, that's just gonna unlock the Camile to row.
Oh, but now Rammus coming in for a gank, which is very smart.
They should know that Volibear started bot lane and that he's on the crab. Rammus comes in for the gank, but...
Volibear coming in though?
Volibear's got the... Oh, he's gonna... I feel like they win this. There's no way that they can continue on this just because Volibear's early dueling is so powerful. And they managed to get out scot-free on the gank.
The Volibear stunned the Rammus there. I think maybe if he stunned the Nasus, they could have gotten a kill there, or Volibear could have gotten a kill there.
Yeah.
Because Camile could have dashed away. Oh, nice!
Down bot lane, a really nice hook coming in from the Leona. Modren is something we talked about before. Really strong player, and they just take down the Kai'Sa. There's nothing you can do when you get hooked. You get stunned into the trap. It's painful. And
disgusting combo. It's
LockIn try lip stunning back on the mid.
It's just a lane bully combo. Yeah, you can't do anything about it. Once you get hit by Leona's E, she will stun you. Then Caitlyn will trap you, and you just die.
Oh no! LockIn Jungler's in a bad position here. They just use the priorities to roam up. That's something that's better bot lanes will do. They'll just ditch the wave if it's in like a good spot and go roam up and catch him out on the crab when he tries to double crab and greets it. Even though none of his lanes are priority and mid lane is just reset. So
Caitlyn is already 3-0 and has the
3-0 Caitlyn.
Half, that's your first component ready already.
You know we're talking about the power trough, right? And you know how you said if Caitlyn gets far enough ahead, there won't be a power trough.
Yeah, no, if you have 3 items and before 20 minutes, you're fine.
The Glacial Logmont on the Camile might be coming in clutch, but the flash is blown by Nasus. Camile does not have that, just the ignite to follow up, but not the flash. And Nasus managed to get out. Maybe he didn't even need to play the flash, specifically because Camile was out of mana, but better to be safe than sorry. But no. It's yet advantage in top lane for LockIn versus the obviously 3-kill deficit in bot lane. I think it's up to Camile to pick this Caitlyn in these fights through the Nasus, through the Rammus, and through the Leona, which is going to be difficult, but...
I think it's doable though, because you only need to basically dash towards her and then ult her, and then everybody around the Caitlyn will get shattered because of the ultimate, the hexing ultimatum.
I think if you buffer your E as Rammus though, even if you get knocked away, the taunt goes through. Which would be kind of devastating. But no, there's already like a 20 CS lead in the top side at 6 minutes, which is kind of huge, but there's a 10-15 CS lead in the bot side, there's a little bit of CS lead in mid for the stances.
It's nasty already.
Yeah.
I think this is all about the Camile. Just try to gank it. But it's really difficult while Nasus just pushed 24/7 under his dirt, so it's not gonna happen.
I feel it's Camile's opportunity
to
fight! Let's fight down here. They walk blind into a bush. I'm not sure why you would do that versus a Leona, especially when you don't know the jungler is. And the Weaver's Wall tries to come down for the Taliyah, and it comes down, it blocks them in, they just get burnt down. Even though Camile comes down to look for teleport, they just get blown up so early. And that's the 4th kill onto the Caitlyn at 6 minutes.
And it's just, you lose your TP.
Yeah,
Camile tries to make something of this.
I don't know how much you can I was going to say I don't know how much you can outplay. Very nearly gets the kill on the Taliyah. If the Q2 goes off there, I think she dies, but I don't know how much you can outplay the point and click CC of both a Rammus and a Leona.
It's just too much CC.
Yeah.
But look at that global comp, basically. Another global comp. Look at the Taliyah wall. It blocked them off perfectly. They could have got nowhere to go.
Maybe perhaps Foxey has a Taliyah ult somewhere. Taliyah only ult because he seems very comfortable on the champion. Knew exactly the range to get us all in. So yeah, it's very strong. I'm gonna be honest. Not looking good for LockIn at 7 minutes in the game. There's no dragon that's been taken, which is a plus, and there is a CSD for Nasus in the top lane. Well, no, it's not actually. No mind, I lied. Nasus now just has a CSD. Even just
but a gank on the Nasus. He doesn't have flash.
He doesn't have flash. Let's see if they can make from this, but he does have ult. And Camile having aftershock here is not the combat you really want to see, but maybe they do manage to get up still. Yeah, he should go down though still, right? Right?
Camile, don't go in.
He outplays it. There's no way he outplays it. There's not a way he outplays it. Even though he takes both of them very low, and that's the power of the Nasus. Even though he's done like nothing, it's 8 minutes in the game, he's just got enough stacks, almost 1v2, the Volibear and the Camile. And seeing Volibear on the top side, Nasus is just gonna look towards the dragon.
Yeah, Nasus just, he will ult, he gets his Q on a 2-second cooldown, and then with his E, he has 40% or 30% armor reduction already.
Bang,
if you're
bang,
standing
bang,
in that.
Bang.
There's too much damage.
Meanwhile, sure the first by Swifty Boots for the Rammus, but honestly, you do you, and you got 3 assists. Your team.
You gotta go fast.
You gotta go fast. It's very.
But meanwhile, they did take the Infernal Drake.
Yeah.
Which will give the Caitlyn even more damage.
I'm sure it's fine. There's only a 20 CS lead and a 4-kill lead in the bot lane. Kai'Sa Lulu, we talked about shutting them down early. I have never seen any lane more shut down than this. I'm gonna be honest. And now they're gonna get such a good freeze here. Oh my god, it's gonna be impossible for LockIn's bot lane here to approach.
You think they know how to freeze?
I think they know how to freeze. They got such a huge minion wave. I think it's impossible they can't freeze it. Speaking of though, they see the freeze down bot side, and Volibear managed to pick up the Rift Herald on the top side. Maybe they can look and try and crash that wave bot if you call.
Oh, was Rammus gang?
But nope. They just flash forward to get the ult. Rammus didn't hit anyone with his ult, but like they just slowed with Leona, and Caitlyn has a lot of AD and a lot of move speed. They just managed to kill the Lulu. That's the benefit of the freeze. They can just force you to walk up. I feel like you just gotta stack bot lane a bit here, right? You can't walk up versus that, especially when you've shown that your jungler is topside.
On the other hand, they did use 2 ultimate. They used the Solar Flare and the Rammus ultimate. Which both missed, but they still managed to kill the Lulu, which is very impressive.
On the other hand, they don't have ultimates in the bot lane yet. This is level 7.
Oh no, look at those levels, yeah.
What are you gonna do? You just get run down.
Oh, what, maybe a kill?
No.
Never mind.
Dude, thank
Too
you.
strong.
Let's go W. And now he's just gonna zoom on out of there, baby. Camile
look at those level disadvantage, yeah. Just Caitlyn is 2 levels up.
We were talking about Camile being the hope. They got solo killed by the Nasus in the top lane just for the wave. That's DKing, baby. That's the power of Sheen and 2 cloth armors, baby. That's what Nasus can do to you. Stonks. Well,
how many stinks does he already have?
Can we see observers? How much stacks Nasus has? He's got a lot of gold. There's a lot of gold at a lot of places. There, Caitlyn has more than double the gold of the Kai'sa here.
Whew. And probably a first item finish after this base.
They have 1.5 times as much gold as the entirety of LockIn Dirty Dancers do.
So is it gonna be a Gale Force? Oh, it's gonna be a Gale Force, right? Yeah. Oh no, Kraken Slayer.
I like the Kraken Slayer because you're just so far ahead. You just bang. No one can kill you. There is a good CS in the jungle from the Volibear. I don't know how much that's gonna repay the losses on the other sides of the map. There's good CS in the mid lane. Won't talk about the bot lane for LockIn. But no, I feel like they're just losing everywhere across the entire map, and I don't really know how they come back from this. Maybe they look for a miracle pick onto the Caitlyn. But no, speaking of getting picked, the Syndra does get picked over the entire mid lane. She just gets obliterated. Ease of execution on the side of Dirty Dancers. It's the easiest. It's a very easy game, you could say, for Dirty Dancers here. They just gotta hit with the CC. But hell, Leona could probably 1v1 people. She's got 8 to 6.
Yeah, definitely. But both mid laners did waste their flash. Well, I guess didn't waste, but used their flash there. Because Foxey wasn't in range to change CC that, so he had to flash in to get the knock up.
Maybe they can look for a miracle pick here then? Like, I feel like that's the only thing you can do.
To be coming in on mid lane.
Another double-digit kills before 10 minutes. Every single game I cast, I swear.
Just unlucky.
It's very lucky. It's a very entertaining game for the side of Dirty Dancers. I'm not sure how much fun LockIn are having at the moment, but...
Oh, look at it. He's just whacking him.
Yeah, just bonk him, and you can't do anything about it. And the bot lane's getting zoned off their turret. They're getting forced out. They can't do anything.
Let's see if Rammus in there. Oh, and he stops his base. Hey, yeah, you're just dead.
They're just dead. Like,
Wildcraft used though, flash out.
So that's the survival tools from the Lulu. Maybe they get out of this one.
Oh
no! No. Maybe one of them gets out of it. The gang top lane comes around for LockIn, but he just kills Dashingo. He just DK'd. He just alters it. That's the power of the grass versus the Omnistoner field. Someone tried to teleport top lane. I think it was the Foxey, but he unfortunately had his teleport cancelled. But maybe it was fortunately because I feel Volibear just has. I know he only has a pair of boots, but he might.
You need to base, buddy. But he also needs to use his Herald because it's almost running out. He used it now.
He did use the Herald at least. That's
but Taliyah.
That's a lot of damage. That's what you get when you've only got a pair of boots. It's not going to save you from all the rocks being thrown at your face. Maybe on a rocky hike, but not quite that much.
TP coming in.
Trying to look for the pick onto the Rammus, but he's just going to zoom out of
there. Oh, but he has Predator. Omnistorm Predator. Let's go.
Predator Camile. They're looking to. Oh no, they don't know Caitlyn's there. I feel like Camile jumps on a Caitlyn. Maybe they can look for something, but. No, and they just find nothing. Camile's ult's still on cooldown actually from top lane, so I don't know what they were trying to achieve there. Syndra, I think Syndra is one of the ways they can look to kill this Caitlyn, potentially, hypothetically. Nasus is going to be getting more farm while they're contesting this dragon.
He's just stacking. Do you think he might go for Hillbreaker?
I think he can go whatever he wants. You can open up ultimatebravery.com right now and build whatever the first result is for Nasus and still come out on top. Sorry, Susan, sorry. First turret, well, second turret actually. I was gonna say first turret, but you know. He gets all the plates in it just before it falls. Very lucky for that Nasus. Even more gold that maybe doesn't need. They're gonna get the kill on this dragon. There's 2 dragons.
It's just going over, yeah.
There's
nothing to do.
There's nothing for LockIn to do here, I feel. How much damage do they have on turrets? Do they have any damage on any turrets at all? Cause you have
yeah, top lane took some damage.
Oh, they took some damage. They took a little bit of chip damage. That's the one consolation you're getting there, I think, for the side of LockIn, but that's really not much damage at all. Oh, there's another kill.
Lulu caught out again.
We talked about that as well. Lulu getting called out while warding. It's so hard to ward against anything here, right? You just can't walk into the jungle. I feel anyone can kill any, like, even 2v1, right? I feel like most champions on the side of Dirty Dancers can 2v1 the LockIn champions.
It's just not allowed.
They're just trapped for gold. Oh god. Look at the item disparity between the ADCs. Kai'Sa out there with her little bow and arrows, whereas
nice noon quiver.
Caitlyn's got a huge, just a big old gun dealing a big old bunch of true damage, and has a lot of gold in their pockets. So well, not every member. 700 gold shot on the game. Oh, speaking of, this is the power of the Lulu peel. Can keep Kai'Sa alive, but that you can't.
I mean, she has to base, and they can just keep pushing.
Speaking,
but they're rotating to mid lane now to get that turret, because Caitlyn will just place traps, and you're not allowed to go next to the turret or farther than the turret.
They're looking for the
Geilusen caught out.
Yeah, Geilusen caught out. Just change CC. I'd hate to see the death recap. Well, but then again, I'd hate to think there was a death recap, because obviously he gets the flash out there. Has to burn flash to get himself to safety. Maybe should have burned the ult instead, but either works. I don't know, man. They gotta look for a Camile pick here. I think they gotta look for a really strong Camile flank onto this Caitlyn. 700 gold shutdown. There are a lot of shutdowns on the side of Dirty Dancers.
Definitely.
Maybe one saving grace for LockIn, but that's kind of like.
Oh, the stun missed. Hextech ultimate used.
Hextech ultimate, but he's just gonna whack him. This is the Nasus. This is the Nasus in your solo queue game. 3
Weaver's Lock coming over.
One shot Jarady carry. Oh my god, that was disgusting. Oh my god. I feel the pain. I have felt that pain before. I know that pain, and I just feel so sorry for what GreyGravityy had to go through for the side of LockIn. It's just choked out. 17-1, 2 dragons.
They got completely outdrafted.
I do want to say Dirty Dancers does have more than twice the gold of LockIn now.
Oof. At 15 minutes. No, 16 minutes.
Funnily enough, I have seen faster victories than this in my time, which is insane to think about, because this seems like... This is like maybe the most dominant game we've seen at all. This feels like a 99 woodcutting versus like LockIn game, but this is a really strong performance coming in from Dirty Dancers, just able to snowball their advantage.
I mean, they've really fought well about their draft.
Yeah. It's...
Like, you just bully the Lulu, you give it over, doesn't matter, and now... Yeah, you're just caught out to get started.
They're not allowed in there, it's not your jungle, that has been colonized, even though it's not colonized playing. It's been danced on. That is not your tango floor. Do not go tango with Dirty Dancers in their jungle under the pale moonlight. That can only lead to disaster for you, LockIn. But then again, Rift Herald blown top. That's under.
Will we see a dancing Shelly? That is the question right now.
The dirty dancing Shelly from the Dirty Dancers. That would be the photo finish here, I think.
So they have to go for it now. Let's see, 4 people in the top lane.
4 people.
Already looking for the fight. It's low. No.
But he just ults and doesn't find anything, but Shelly dies, unfortunately.
Oh, Lulu gets taunted! Why are you walking there?
Get into melee range. Rammus, you're not stepping. You should. Maybe there's just a bit of discomfort on the champion here. Maybe it's a little bit of mental boom.
Oh,
yeah, this is just
Camile did find the No, Camile found Taliyah.
Camile found nothing. Camile found Taliyah, and then he gets the ult up, but doesn't quite manage it, and they're just gonna run down this Syndra here, and it's over.
I guess this is game? Yeah, Nasus just split puts a third in the bot lane.
Doing Nasus things. This might just be game. This might be a sub 20-minute game. They're just running.
Oh wait, no, they're alive again because they have such low death timers.
They're alive again, but
what was that grid?
Disgusting.
Oh, the ultimate!
Oh my god, that was an also 2 ultos and an ult and just delete the Lulu there. I think this is game. I don't see how this can't be game.
Yeah, this is over. GG to Dirty Dancers as they get their their second victory.
Their second victory.
And a really dominant one as well.
Building themselves above Exile Gaming. That's really important for them in the standings. Also, I think Camile died. No, Camile isn't dead yet, but no. DK is coming through, but they're all dead. They're dead. It's dying. It's all bled over.
Oh,
LockIn.
Volibear jumping in though, but this just dies.
LockIn locked into their base, locked into the black screen more than anything. They just haven't been able to pick up a kill. I mean, credit where it's due. Volibear did get 1 kill with the Nasus, but
I mean, it's not a deathless game, so I guess that is a victory for LockIn. I'll take that.
That's not a victory for LockIn.